guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Weight Loss Center here on Thrilling Thursday in Connecticut. PNF Max, guys, get the book for $10. Get the book for $10 and turn your athletic life and any life that you have, just turn it around. Get the greatest results of your life. Now, this is not a hate piece. I have no great feelings one way or the other for Mike Trout. He's a very, very talented guy who has made an enormous amount of money as a baseball player. And once again, his Roid bod has broken down once again. Guys, listen. Roids take you places you wouldn't normally go. Roids take you places you wouldn't normally go, but they take you places that you probably shouldn't go. And the strain on your joints and your muscles and your tendons and your ligaments is absolutely catastrophic in many cases. And in Mike Trout's, it's just ruining his career. Now, on one hand, it's a real good chance the steroids made his career. Would he be in major leagues? Would he be this great without him? He was definitely on him in high school. Just like his former teammate Shohei Ohtani. I mean, this is the recipe for it. Get yourself all bulked up and hope you make some coin before you break down. That is just the modus operandi, and that is what he's doing. And again, back to the beginning, I'm sure he's a nice guy. I don't think he's done anybody any harm. You know, you don't see his name in the gossip columns for being out with this one and that one and you know, abusing his wife and or none of that. None of that. He seems like a solid citizen. But he is most definitely a Roid guy, and he is out possibly for the rest of the year once again. Now, he's only played a handful of games since the beginning of the year. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you some numbers here. Let's just say he comes back and finishes out the year with, you know, another 50 games or so. That'll bring him up to 80. Remember, there's a 162-game season. All right? I will give him 80 this year, and that's being generous. Okay? It probably won't reach that, but I'll give him 80. Okay, counting back from this year, these numbers are the amount of games he's played out of 162. His teams don't make the playoffs. Not necessarily his fault. That is for an open debate, but he's definitely playing these little games. He's not the type of guy that is going to get you to the promised land. It's just not. So anyway, we'll give him 80 this year. Last year, 82. The year before that, 119. Ooh. The year before that, 56, 53, 134, 140, 114. Guys, he hasn't sniffed 162 games in his entire career. I take that back. When he was younger, he was playing in the 150s, and I'll give him that. 162 games in 100 some odd days is a brutal schedule. So taking days off, you know, road trips and all that sort of stuff, taking a day off here, day after, I have no problem with that. Okay? But all these injuries, I think he's got a bad knee. Now, like all these Roid injuries, guys, he didn't twist it. All of a sudden, it just started hurting. Guys, first of all, the Roids and these asinine diets, but these guys, high-protein diets, and I don't know what he eats for a diet. It's not vegan. It's not low-fat, for sure. His body is all inflamed. The Roids do that, and the diet does that. And every single joint, every single tendon, ligament is inflamed to the max. To the point where if a pitcher throws a 9-inning masterpiece today and wakes up tomorrow with a sore elbow, it may have nothing to do with what he did throwing the night before. Could have been what he ate last night. Could very easily have been one, and probably a combination of the two. But anyway, you throw the Roids into the mix, and again, they took him places, and hundreds of millions of dollars later, in that regard, he made it, but his career is screwed. He's not going to make the Hall of Fame. He's not going to sniff the Hall of Fame. Now, and again, I have nothing against it, but that's what happens. Compared to the number of games that Derek Jeter would play year in and year out. Not even close. Not even close. Jeter was hardly ever hurt in 20 years. And until the end of his year when he started declining a little bit. I mean, this guy's in his prime. And we're going back 8 years. I mean, he was a mere baby 8 years ago. What was he, 32? 24 years old? He's breaking down. He could only play 114 games. Guys, that's absurd. For an athlete, a young athlete in their prime, healthy otherwise. Sorry, glitch. I'll wrap it up. Anyway, guys, I don't take clients, high school, whatever, and trust me, the Roids are chock full, are infiltrated the high schools. Don't think for a minute they're not. If you have some guy, young man or woman, on one of these sports teams that just their physique is just off the charts, all bloated, huge, like the Michelin Man. That's the thing about roids, guys. Roids retain water. And you can see a roid head a mile away. They're supposed to be in such great shape, but their face are bloated. No. The only time these bodybuilders who are on the roids get cut up is like 2-3 months before a competition. They start starving themselves. But day in and day out, guys, they are not. I got more abs than they do. Day in and day out. They're all bloated and covered up. Take a look at Joe Rogan. You can't find an ab on there anywhere. Anyway, Joe Rogan's another story. I digress. And again, nothing against Mike Trout, but roids. Baseball is absolutely infiltrated with it. I'm going to go as far as 80%. Just jacked to the gills. Minor leagues, same thing. High school, not so much. But if you have a kid in high school that looks like a bodybuilder and is leaping tall buildings in a single bound, guys, you've got a roid head. It's just, and bloated. It's as simple as that. Now, I have nothing against it. You want to do it, go ahead and knock yourself out. I don't care. But that's what's going on with Mike Trout. Too bad. He's a talented guy. Anyway, eat and drink your fruits and vegetables. I'll have it for you today. PNF to the max. Love you all, guys.